Hey, Jake, my twin brother.
Hey, bro. Guess where I've been?
I don't know. Do you think I should maintain my plausible deniability?
The casino.
Oh, nice. Is that your winnings? How much you win?
$120.
How much did you have to gamble to bring in a lot of cash like that?
$300.
Hmm. And really, that's what today's episode is all about. Hi there, I'm Gary Lee, owner of Coast of Maine Antiques in Tenants Harbor, Maine. So today's episode is very simply, how much do you actually have to spend in order to make money on something that you're buying in the antiques world if you're planning on selling it? And today we're going to cover 3 points to get that message across. First of all, what is it? What are you trying to sell? Second, how much is it worth? And last, how popular is it? My store and business mantra for quite some time has been and that's what you really need to know in order to actually make money selling antiques. What is it? What's it worth? And how popular is it? I'm going to go over those 3 points right now. So the question is, how much are you spending when you're trying to make money selling an antique? First of all, you have to know what it is. And many times I go out there with not a clue of what something is, and I figured out a pretty good way to do that, which I'll explain to you. Second is, what is it worth? How do you appraise something when it's just you and you're trying to figure out what it's actually worth to sell it? And last is, how popular is this thing? You know, before you go buying it, if you're on Auction Zip or something, it might be a good deal, but are you going to have it in your inventory for a year? So let's get right into it. Well, let's start out with, what is this thing that you're thinking of buying? And in this case, we're just going to use this simple Yadro as example, but it is your basic Yadro. And let's see if we can figure out, if we didn't know what it was, how we can figure this out real quick. Well, one of the easiest ways to do this is to go to your smartphone and just go to Google. And when you're on Google, you see the little picture of a camera right there? You just press that button. And this search feature will pop up where you can do a visual search. You just press the little camera icon, and it'll do a nice full representation of what you want to search for. And just press down here the white button that says search, and it'll start looking for results. Lo and behold, there it is. You have a number of matching items. So let's just try one more real quick. This is one of those ugly face jugs with a bird's nest on the top. And so we'll do the same system. We'll take the phone, and we've already gone to Google. Hit the look for it button, and it's looking for results. And here you're going to see lots of results. Looks like roughly the prices are in the $50 range. This is how much people are asking for, by the way, not how much they sold for. So for the next part of this, trying to figure out what you're going to buy and what it's worth, I go to auctionzip.com. You know, my zip code, how many miles away I want to search for, and what category, which is antiques and collectibles. The other thing that you'll need, and this is an auction I've already pulled up. It's a local auction here in Maine. The other thing you might want to pull up is some type of research program that you might have. I love WorthPoint. It's kind of expensive. It's a couple $100 a year, but there's free ones out there like TerraPeak that is with eBay. So here in the screen we have 2 different programs. We have the WorthPoint, which is my research program for prices, and underneath we have AuctionZip. What I like to do, there's a billion ways to do this. What I like to do is I like to go up here to this little green button on either one of these, either one you select, and I just hover over that button until it says enter screen, tile to the left. So this one I'm going to put on tile to the left, and then over here I'm going to pop this one back up, and I'm going to leave this right alone. So now I have a split screen. You can jiggle them around a little bit, but let's just leave them here. So the next step is I'm looking at the auction that I might go to, and I can scroll down and I just kind of look for something that might go on my list, so to speak. And as I scroll down here, I'm not really interested in furniture because, you know, shipping. Here's a little thing here. This is a Royal Dalton figurine. It's a figure. It's called the penny farthing balloon seller. They're pretty common. What I can do is I can see what it is, and I can come over here. I'll just type in penny farthing balloon seller, and so I've got that in my research here now, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit search right up there. Okay, so you can see here that you can look, and here's one similar. This one's the exact same one. It's sold for $30. Here's a big lot of them, and it looks like a lot of 5 that sold for $100. So that's in keeping with about a $20 value. Here is another one sold by itself in February of 22 for $50. Here's another one that sold in February 22 for $22, etc. So you can see that you're getting an idea that this thing is probably only worth about 20 bucks. Well, this brings up the next important subject is, okay, so we know that the penny farthing balloon seller lady is only worth about maybe $25 or $30. But how do we do this? We select it, and then we go right to eBay. Here's a good way to find out how popular they are. Because why buy something that's going to stick in your store forever? So go to any eBay screen. I'm going to get rid of Auction Zip right now. And here in eBay, you can go to Advanced. Up here in the corner is Advanced. Don't just search for it in here. Go to Advanced. Bring up this screen. And in this screen, what I've done is I've copied it so I can paste it right in there. But you're not quite done yet. Go down here to where it says Search Including Sold Items. Okay? I'm going to go Sold Items and search. Now this is going to show you how much people actually got for these things. And these are recent sales of this item and how much people got. So here's one in February of 23, sold for $49 for 2 of them. So that's $25 each. Here's one, 2 of them actually, that sold for $19.95 each. Here's one that somehow sold, oh I see, 50% off. So it's somehow people bought into it must be worth $129, and look at this, it's 50% off, shipping from Australia for $34. Anyhow, you can see this $30 value is probably normal. There's some high range ones in there, but you're gonna get about 30 bucks for these things, roughly, is what I would assume, which goes on. But this is gonna tell you something that Auction Zip and the rest don't tell you. How many bids were there for this thing? If this is an auction, and these are not all auctions, but in this case, there was 1 bid. In this case, there was 1 bid. In this case, this was a buy it now. This was a buy it now. In this case, buy it now. This one, for some reason, there were 14 bids. Maybe it has something to do with the guy that's with her. I don't know. This one, buy it now. So you can see what I'm trying to show you is that 1 bid, and you can see that $30, basically $28, 1 bid. So the point is that in this particular item, people are not busting down the door to buy them, but they sell. Let's find an example of something that's a hot item and show you the difference. Okay, for demonstration purposes, I thought I would go right to a hot seller, which of course is an Apple iPhone, and just to see the difference. Okay, this one was at an auction, and it had 22 bids. You know, forget about the price, forget about the shipping, 22 bids. That's what you're looking for really on here. This one had 20 bids. The next one down was a buy it now. The next one below that had 23 bids. This one had 14 bids. This one had 30 bids. So I hope you see what I'm trying to point out, that it's just as important to find out how hot an item is as it is to find out the value of an item.